Hi crafters and welcome. So today I'm going to share this item with you. This is coming up next week for order by customers. I know it's a little early for Christmas type stuff, but you know, I gotta show it. It's the last one I've ordered from the July online exclusives. I didn't order too much from it, but this one kind of caught my eye because I love poinsettias. All right, so Pretty Poinsettia. It is a 13-piece stamp set, a 15-piece die set. So there's your dies, and here are your poinsettias. Now you'll notice not a lot match up, and we'll get to that when we talk about it, but only this and a few of the leaves match up to dies. The rest are all standalone. So you know what? Why don't we do the dies first? That way we can show you. We can get that all out of the way too. All right, so I brought over my 3 reds. So Poppy Parade, Real Red, and that's not Cherry Cobbler. That might be Sweet Sorbet, which isn't in color. These are scraps from my scrap drawer. But this is definitely Poppy Parade. That's definitely Real Red. And that is not Cherry Cobbler. That looks more like it's that Sweet Sorbet we had in colors. Then here we have, this is some old piece I have, but this is Shaded Spruce. And this is from the two-tone cardstock. This is Old Olive. No, Garden Green. Sorry. All of my colors are just floating around in my head. When you've been doing this for 27 years, all these colors are out there for you still. All right, let's go ahead. Let's bring over my Stamped and Cut Emboss machine and my platforms. Let me move this a little bit over this way. So when you're using your Stamped and Cut Emboss machine with dies, you're going to use platform 1, adapter plate 2 for your thin dies, and 2 of your 3 plates. All right, so let's go ahead and get that in there. And let's get out some of these leaves. So I'm going to start first with this big piece of Shaded Spruce. Maybe we'll just do them all in Shaded Spruce. How about that? These are all of the leaves. I believe that's it, because these are little hollies. You know what? We'll do those too. How about that? That way we just get anything out there that looks like a leaf. We'll get it done in one fell swoop. Oops, now that moved. It's the only thing you want to make sure, because this is bowed up, is that when you put that top plate on, that you're not moving any of these, because these dies will cut one another. Just so you know. We'll cut into one another. All right, let me come over here. Let me grab one of my magnets. See, that got pretty close to each other there. All right, so this one did hang on to that piece of cardstock. So let's pull that out. So there you have that. Now I rearranged my room once again. This time was more for a work purpose. So I don't have my monitors. I can see them, and I forgot to show up my tablet. But you can see, look at that with all that etching. And then you have another one of these little like holly additional pieces. And then you have these leaves. So some of these we're going to stamp on because they'll match up to those stamps. All right, so there's all of those green leaf pieces. Let me put them over here on the side. Let me move these away. And let's bring on the poinsettias. All right. Again, you know what? I'm going to take this really curved plate and I'm going to use it on the top. I'm going to put a more flat one there on the bottom. All right, so now let's get to our reds and we'll do these poinsettias. Now, I'm not sure how many we can get through at a time. Let's do that. And let's do these little flowers. And even though these are the holly berry centers, we'll put it on red for now. So we'll do those. Oops. Putting that mouse pad on the bottom doesn't really help too much with the slipping, but it does help protect my glass mat. All right, so here we have, let me grab another magnet. All right, so there we have that. We have all these little tiny little accent little flowerets, pieces, doodads, whatever you want to call them. Here we have that center, which is your piece here that goes in the middle. And there you have another poinsettia leaf. All right, and now that leaves us with our largest pieces, and then this of course is that backing. So let's go ahead and put these both on this color. They fit nicely. They're not too close to one another. Let me move this down just a little bit. And let me move that over there. All right. There we go. Put these on that magnet. And there you'll have those two. All right. And I'm going to pause this for just a second because my daughter is out feeding the birds and I see a squirrel is approaching her. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. We have a bird buddy to attract birds, but it also attracts the squirrels. So we've started to get shelled peanuts for the squirrels and the blue jays. And now the squirrels seem to think that they're our pet. So if you go out by yourself, you have to be aware because they will approach you. And my poor daughter, the one really terrorizes her. So they'll come right up to her almost as she's trying to put in the bird feed and like not attack her, but like approach her. So they think that they're our pets and they're not. All right, so let's do this one. That is the outline for that one stamp. All right. That's it for the die cutting. I'm going to try to do this quietly because I know it's very loud. Let me put the dies up here so I don't lose any of them. All right. So here we have our different dies. All right, then here's all of our, let me do it like this, all our different leaves. Leaves and additional pieces. All right, let's get out the stamps. So that was your 15-piece die set. Here's your 13-piece stamp set. All right. So I'm going to put this over here so it's not quite so shiny, because I know it gets to be a little shiny. And just because it's what I have by, I'm going to just stamp a lot of this on here. All right. So you have, and I'm going to use Memento. I hope you're okay with that, even though it no longer, it's in existence, but Stampin' Up! Doesn't have it anymore. So you have this nice little like corner or accent little piece that is pretty cool. You have the words Christmas Joy. That's kind of cool. You can color that in a little bit. You have this poinsettia that matches to that die cut. So let's figure out, see how there's a big gap there? That's where that big gap is here. I'm just going to do it in black. I'm just going to go right over that die. I usually stamp first, then die cut. But in the effort to show you, we went the opposite way. So there's that. Then we also have these leaves. So we have this leaf. You know what? I'm going to get a smaller. I think, is that the right leaf? Yeah, because that's for this leaf. Oh, that's for this leaf here. This is what happens when you have no fingernails. All right, so here's this leaf. Here's this bigger leaf. Here's this. Oops, I'm a little low on that one. See, I didn't get very good down there. And here's this final leaf, which is for these spindly like pine cone things here. Okay, so let's bring those up. So those are the stamps that have the cording dies to cut them out. Now, this is like little flowers, and those little centers can go inside of them. Let me grab another block. And see how these can kind of go on top of them. They're not an exact match. Oh, where's my, take your pick tool. But you see how they could lay over those just to add a little depth and perception, and they can be used on their own, as can these. All right, let's see. Here's the little circles, let me grab out one of my retired A blocks. And see how that is. Again, I'm hoping this is coming in focus because I can't see my monitor anymore. And, oh, shoot. There. It's magnetic, so let's see. I think we just have words left. Because we've stamped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, and then we have 4 more words. So let's go ahead and grab some of those words. We're going to go on the other side. Pretty standard, most wonderful time of the year. Sorry, that leaf was going to be on there. 'Tis the season. I didn't do it the greatest because that leaf was there and I was worried I was going to get an edge, and I did. Let's see. I'm going to go right over that leaf so it's not so obvious. Merry and bright. Now, we'll do that over here. Merry and bright. I want to have little extra pieces there. And then I'll bring this one out for this last long one. Now this one, of course, since it's long like that, you'll want to let it lay down so it'll retain its actual shape. If you've stamped with it, make sure it's clean before you do this, because you will leave a mark on your paper. Bright Christmas wishes. All right. So there you have it, guys. Let me bring this up over here. There's your 15-piece die set and your 13-piece stamp set, some of them that match up to the dies. Again, it's Pretty Poinsettia. It is coming out next week on the online exclusives. Go ahead and give me that thumbs up if you don't mind. Share on your social media. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. But come back tomorrow. We'll do one card together and I'll have a couple other examples to show you the versatility of this upcoming stamp die set bundle. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.